and welcome to another installation of Focus on the Community. I'm your host, Robin Doan. This is a production of McMahon Hatter Insurance. And tonight we have two extremely special guests of mine. One of them is a very close friend of mine from years back, and just an amazing pillar of the community. We have the Pensacola Children's Chorus on with us tonight, so get excited. Please welcome my guest, Doris Robbins, who is the production coordinator for this amazing group of youngsters with talent that we have in Pensacola, and Susan Pote, who is the past president, and I believe still very actively involved director. One of the greatest memories I have of being a child is actually going to these wonderful, grandiose productions and seeing a lot of my friends perform. We actually have some videos that we're going to see tonight with some of my friends on them. And this is just an amazing organization. For those of y'all that don't know what the Pensacola Children's Chorus is, it's a group of, about how many children do we have now?
300.
300 children with voices just of angels. And they travel all over the United States and actually internationally most recently, and have seats before people such as ambassadors and the White House, and it's just an amazing group of people. So ladies, thank you so much for being my guest tonight.
Oh, we're so excited to be here. Thank you, Robin.
It's our pleasure.
One of the goals of this production is to actually let Pensacola know about all the amazing things that we have here right in our town. And so tell us a little bit about how it got started with the history and what your mission is now.
Well, Robin, we are celebrating our 20th year. In fact, this past spring we had a big gala with many of our alumni returning, 200 returning.
Fabulous.
We started small under the umbrella of the Pensacola Symphony, and broke away 3 years later with 60 children in our organization at the beginning. And as I just said, we have 300 kids, grades 3 through 12. It's been an exciting and wonderful journey.
It is really just amazing. For those of y'all that have not ever seen a show, it is really, I'd say it's better than Broadway, but it is just 300 of our amazing children from right here in Pensacola performing, and we have all sorts of events we're going to talk about. Tell us a little bit about the events that are upcoming that we have.
Well, we have, of course, Christmas on the Coast, which is happening in December, and it is a wonderful holiday kickoff for many of our community. Our audience members constantly tell us that Christmas doesn't start for them until they see Christmas on the Coast.
It really puts you in the Christmas spirit.
That's right.
Because you have so many amazing props, amazing stories. This is amazing.
That's right, and it's very fresh and new all the time, because Alan Pote, who is Susan's husband and co-director, he's a composer and he's known internationally, and
Yes.
constantly writes music that's in every part of the country, and so he is tailoring that music and that production to the children that we have and the talents that they have, and putting a fresh spin on everything. So every year it's a totally different show, and even though it's Christmas, there's so much more than Christmas in it.
And it really is just amazing. Tell me a little bit about the costumes, because I go to these shows and the costumes are just absolutely breathtaking. How do y'all start planning those?
Well, speaking of Christmas and making it fresh and interesting each year there is a special challenge for the creative team, because we have the same subject matter, much of the same music, but we've got to present it in a way that it's exciting and fresh. And we have a wonderful creative team, which is headed up by Alan Pote, but with a wonderful costumer that you just mentioned, Lorraine Ryan. She has wonderful ideas and is undergirded by parent volunteers. Every rehearsal there are tons of people working on prop pieces, on fabulous costumes, and each show looks different, each show sounds different. It's an exciting journey, and all of these people are creative. Our choreographers are amazing. You see in front of you right now a picture of one of our parents who's designing a set piece. This is going to be in a set that one of the high school groups is doing, and the kids all dance behind that train. This is another one of our parent volunteers.
There'll be a great, if I may, there'll be a great set of Barbie songs and pop-style music for the teenage kids.
I just love seeing it. For those of you that haven't been, you actually get to see the smaller audience and children interact with the older people. And it's just an amazing mix of voices from soprano all the way through alto. I love it. Last year, when I got to go, I was a guest, and it was just amazing because we got to see how y'all actually delivered the story in a new way with shop windows in New York.
New York shop. Wasn't it gorgeous?
It was just beautiful. It
Yeah.
was really breathtaking.
Well, you know, it's the creativity. It's not just the people who design the props, but for instance, this year, We have a lighting designer who has done big Vegas shows, and he's a great supporter of ours, and so he comes back to help us out with lighting design, for instance. And many people in the community who are so creative and artistic, and not all of them are parents. Sometimes they will come back just because they're so compelled by the show and the children and the creativity of the
Or
team.
maybe they had a child that was in it previously.
That's correct.
You
That's
just
right.
have such a
Yes.
following. Well, tell us a little bit about Christmas on the Coast, what we can expect this year, and how do we get tickets? Because I know that a lot of my viewers out there are on the edge of their seats about how they can figure out how they do that.
Well, first of all, I think it's very important to say that we have tickets still available. There are good seats still available. 3 shows on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, December 10th, 11th, and 12th. Sunday is a matinee at the Sanger Theater and through Ticketmaster. And every year we get letters to the editor, people saying they had no idea of the kind of production they were about to see, and that they just fell in love the second that they got into their seats.
Absolutely, and I think one of the best gauges of that is for those dads and young children out there that get dragged to a Christmas show. You really leave thinking that it was just a wonderful experience. Also, with the amount of culture and different things that are being cut in the schools, it is such an amazing way to expose your young children or even your old children, maybe light a flame for music and just production in general by introducing culture for a night to come to the Pensacola Sanger Theater.
That's right.
We are actually going to wrap up with a break, and then when we come back, we're going to hear about some of the wonderful things and the advanced things that people are doing that have been alumnus of our wonderful Pensacola Children's Chorus.
Thank you, Robin.
You don't really think about stability until you don't have it. Auto Owners Insurance has been safe, sound, and secure for over 90 years. That's stability you can count on. Contact your independent Auto Owners Insurance agent today. Auto Owners Insurance. The no problem people.
You gonna eat that?
McMahon Hatter Insurance. We're an independent insurance agency. We don't work for a single insurance company. We work for you. Our professionals listen to your needs. We answer your questions. We help you choose from a wide range of auto, home, and health insurance, ensuring that you get the policies that are exactly right for you. As your needs change, we'll be there with you every step of the way. When it comes to insurance, you have choices. We can help you find the right choices at McMahon Hatter Insurance.
Auto Owners Insurance has been safe, sound, and secure for over 90 years. That's stability you can count on. Contact your independent Auto Owners Insurance agent today.
Hi, I'm Robin Doan, and welcome back to Focus on the Community. This production is sponsored by my insurance agency that I'm an employee of, McMahon Hatter Insurance, and we have one of our fabulous clients on tonight, the Pensacola Children's Chorus. For those of y'all that have ever wondered what Christmas on the Coast was all about, this has been an amazing organization that I have known for the last 20 years because some of my fabulous contemporaries, people like Anon Terabay, Katie Mixon, Ashley Brown, these people perform internationally, got their start right here with the lady that's sitting right here to my left. My special guests on tonight are Doris Robbins and Susan Pote. And I just want to welcome them again and come back. And what we're going to do now is I hear that y'all brought a video that
Yes, we did.
showcases a little bit about what all the fabulous alumni from this organization have gone on to do. For those of y'all that haven't heard about this, these people have gone on to be internationally renowned and actually book acts for people such as Pavarotti. We have Ashley Brown, who is actually the star of
Broadway's Mary Poppins.
Broadway's Mary Poppins.
And Beauty.
Amazing.
And really previewed a show on Charlie Chaplin just recently,
Just-
singing with symphonies all over the country.
Absolutely, and then we've got Katie Mixon, who's in productions, and y'all are about to tell us about
Television, yes.
some more alumnus. So can we please see that video?
Now,
Thank you.
You can tell. I put words to shame. Just one look sets the screen aflame.
Well, I am flabbergasted. That is just what a wonderful group of talent that we have. So let's just talk about what we've just seen. Ladies, I know that this organization has just gone places all over the world. Tell us a little bit about some of the special success stories that we have within our own Pensacola city limits.
Well, if you're talking about what has happened around the world, they have gone on tours and entertained for the ambassador, the U.S. ambassador in Canada. They have entertained
Austrian
for the
embassy.
Lieutenant Governor of Nova Scotia, the Austrian Embassy, the White House, just all over the world. Yeah. So big time events everywhere across the U.S. and as well, as I said, in Europe and around the world. On cruise ships, they've entertained on cruise
Wow.
ships in the Caribbean. So,
And that's just
yes,
as an organization.
That's
as
right.
individuals, they've gone even further away than that.
Yes.
We have some touring with Pavarotti. We saw that you have a TV star as well. I know we have two other very special alumnus that we can show their picture up. Let's talk a little bit about what they're doing right now.
These two people are very special to me. That is Marika Rowland that's on the screen right now. She's a beautiful young woman who came back from having graduated with a music degree at LSU and taught here in the public Escambia district, and then went on to New York and auditioned there, and has been traveling with the past 3 years with Hairspray and finally Lion King.
Oh, wow.
And she's just an amazing person. She came back last spring, and she and her brother Micah, who is the next
Micah's
picture
the
you're going to
next
see.
picture?
Yeah, great guy with a fabulous talent, and he's really just amazing. He just graduated from UWF and is teaching in Santa Rosa County right now. But he is somebody to watch. He's
Oh,
going to be
wow.
on the big
So he's actually
scene.
talent that has come back home to
That's
pass on
right.
his talent
Well, we
to
have
someone
actually
else.
that's the gratifying part is we have a lot of kids who are coming home. We have young people who have gone out and done marvelous things outside of Pensacola, but we have many of our alums who are home doing exciting things. Our own Emily Mixon, who is one of our fabulous choreographers for our shows, is choreographing for us this summer. She's going to be doing a big show, directing a show at PLT. 4 of our kids just recently starred in PLT's last show, All Shook Up, and 2 are the leads in Pensacola State College. Their
Wow.
production of West Side Story.
Recently, Micah and some of the other alumni went to Destin for Florida's Great Northwest
wow.
outreach performance where businesses, big corporations from around the world are invited to come and take a look at Northwest Florida, and the organizers just couldn't get over the beautiful talent that
And
we
the
have,
talent.
and
It's amazing.
also they say this is our best foot forward to the world
Oh,
as
that's
well.
wonderful. I know with a lot of the focus now trying to bring jobs in, that's a big talent because you're trying to put your best foot forward when you get to Great Northwest.
That's right.
Well, we've heard a lot about the talent when you start here and how you go abroad. Tell us a little bit about how our viewers at home can get their own children involved in this wonderful organization.
We are auditioning every year. In fact, in January, we will re-audition for third graders. Third graders will come in January and audition. The one
And is that where they begin?
That's where they
Is
begin,
third grade?
is third grade, and they'll begin at the beginning of February. They will get to sing in our February concert, The Angels Sing, and then also in the spring showtime. We'll also be auditioning for new boys in grades 4 through 12. We do that every January. But normally our auditions take place in August, and they're open to all students. We are very proud that we have a wonderful retention rate in our choruses. The kids come and for the very large part, stay. We have kids who are striving for excellence, who love to be a part of something that is really good, and we feel that maybe is the key that draws kids in. They and their parents realize that something is happening, that we're all wanting the best for them and for excellence, working on kids' self-esteem, but also
Absolutely.
exposing them to
Discipline.
all kind of discipline.
Discipline,
And
challenge.
we do these fabulous shows that they truly are incredible. And I hope that you will come to Christmas on the Coast, because it is going to be a beautiful, fun, fast-paced show. But we also do a wonderful concert in February where we bring in a guest conductor. And this year we have two fabulous conductors from Chicago, Sean Ivory and Paul Caldwell. They are known all over the world. And we pride ourselves in bringing and exposing our children to world-renowned conductors. Last year we had Dr. Anton Armstrong of the St. Olaf School. He's a black conductor who did something for us during Black History Month. The year before we sang with the Pensacola Symphony and Peter Rubart and the Pensacola Symphony Orchestra and so on. So that's always a fantastic draw for families, and it shows the breadth of our program.
And if I may, I just wanted to mention that last year's conductor, Anton Armstrong, was very taken with one of the children and the talent, and so gave that child the card and said, "I would like to follow your career and help you out if possible,
If need be."
Yes, and so we do reach
amazing.
out to children all through the community and make sure that there's scholarship and funding for them, because many children could only dream of this. They may see it, but they could
Absolutely.
never think how they could get to be part of it, especially if they're economically disadvantaged. And we make sure that funds are available. This year we went from helping 38 children to 51 children, so the need is even growing, but we don't want to leave anybody out with this enriched education, which, as you know, is not available in all schools anymore either.
Absolutely, and that's another point, because I do not have a voice of an angel, so I was not a member of the Pensacola Children's Chorus. But what I can tell you is that when I was playing sports, it teaches lots of discipline. And so when the Pensacola Symphony, when the Children's Chorus, you send your children there, not only are they getting exposure to culture that they might not otherwise get in an education, but they're also getting an amazing look at true discipline, because all of these things and all these productions take so many hours out of their extracurricular activities, and it becomes really like a second job.
It's
Well,
a
that-
commitment and a family. These children,
really is, and
they
their
make their best
families-
friends, and children that go all the way through the program say that their best friends were not from their schools, but from the Pensacola Children's Chorus.
So it exposes them to many types of different culture. Well, we're going to take a break, and when we come back, we'll hear a little bit more about how this community just reaches out to help support things like the Pensacola Children's Chorus.
Now you know you're going to have to feed and water them.
No problem, Daddy.
For all the promises we make, keeping your word is what matters most.
Don't forget to stop by and visit.
No problem, Daddy.
Your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows that. In fact, you could say
Thanks so much for your help.
No problem.
they were raised that way. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
Honey, are we up to date on our homeowner's insurance?
Relax, we're with McMahon Hatter. That was taken care of months ago.
It's hurricane season. Do you know who your insurance agent is? Not knowing if you have the right insurance can be stressful, but with McMahon Hatter, we can take that stress away. We're a locally owned independent agency. We represent the top insurance companies in the marketplace, which in turn gives you the best coverage. We have the ability to show you multiple quotes and help you save money. McMahon Hatter, your trusted advisor for your insurance needs.
You don't really think about stability until you don't have it. Auto Owners Insurance has been safe, sound, and secure for over 90 years. That's stability you can count on. Contact your independent Auto Owners Insurance agent today. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people.
New shoes?
McMahon Hatter Insurance, we're an independent insurance agency. We don't work for a single insurance company, we work for you. Our professionals listen to your needs, we answer your questions, we help you choose from a wide range of auto, home, and health insurance, ensuring that you get the policies that are exactly right for you. As your needs change, we'll be there with you every step of the way. When it comes to insurance, you have choices. We can help you find the right choices at McMahon Hatter Insurance.
Hi Hi, and welcome back to Focus on the Community. I'm your hostess tonight, Robin Doan with McMahon Hatter Insurance, and I have a very special organization that's just dear to my heart because of the amount of my friends that have just reaped an amazing reward from having amazing direction and just wonderful benefits that they've had traveling all over the world. I have a special guest, the Pensacola Children's Chorus. Ladies, welcome back.
Thank you.
We're
so glad to be here.
Doris and Susan. What we were talking about before the break is how the alumni from this organization have gone on to do really amazing things, and then we spoke about how your own children can get involved. And I want to dispel one of the popular misconceptions that people can have about the children's chorus, is that it's only for people that are very affluent and have a lot of money. These ladies are about to tell us about how the wonderful ways this organization gives back to the community in the way of scholarship, and how children of all types and all cultures can get involved. Ladies, please tell us how you've opened this up just to all of Pensacola.
Well, from the very beginning, the mission was that no child should be left behind who has talent or who has a desire to have enriched music education. And so we've had support right from the very beginning with tuition and fees. Our families mentor other families if assistance is needed to get children back and forth to rehearsals or to help them make sure that they have their uniforms, etc. So we have had many children through the years who have had their lives changed. I remember one tour when a child who never would have gone outside of the U.S. ended up with us in a cathedral in Montreal, in the balcony and singing and a big organ booming, and this child turned around and tugged on Susan Pote's skirt and said, "Where are we? What is this?" You know, oh my gosh! Everything going on in French around him. He thought he was in Europe, I think. And that child has grown up, and you know, his mother was a great volunteer for the chorus, and he saw that example as well.
Mm-hmm.
We have children this year who are part of foster families and who are from single-parent families, and we support them. We have actually about $38,000 worth of obligations in fees and tuition to children who are in the chorus and can't pay the full tuition. So definitely it's across the board. We have families who can't afford it, whom we help. We have families who struggle and make the sacrifice because they really like the payoff for their children.
Absolutely, and it's just like anything. You invest in private education, you invest in a sports team, you're investing in the future of your child. And even if your child doesn't have the musical talent to maybe be involved in the organization as a performer, one of the amazing things that you can do with this organization is at least expose your children to a grandiose production and maybe ignite with them a love of maybe wanting to learn more about how a production is filmed, how choreography is. I know you've had some success stories with that as well, just from people coming to your shows that have been so touched that they are now giving back in that arena. So it's just an amazing organization. I want to say that we are so honored at McMahon Hatter to have y'all as clients. Tell us a little bit about the story, because I know that it's a little bit of family story.
It's a close relationship because Donnie McMahon has 3 children who went through the Pensacola Children's Chorus program. He's been a great supporter through the years, and he's been wonderful to us, coming to talk to our board and steer us through our needs with insurance. And he has helped protect us. We have props, we have costumes, we have so much
travel,
musical instruments, travel.
Children
Amazing
going to the
musical
Sanger while we're in the
instruments.
Sanger. They cover liabilities there, so they've been great friends to the chorus.
We are so excited to have you on as guests and hopefully give back and expose all of Pensacola to this wonderful organization.
Oh, thank you.
Let's talk a little bit about some of the events that you have coming up, because I know that you have Christmas on the Coast. We've already seen footage of that.
Yes.
But one of your biggest events is actually going to be for Black History Month.
Yes,
You have an amazing production that you give back with that. And then we also have Showtime coming up in the spring.
Yes,
so
we
tell
do.
us a little bit about those.
Yeah, I was just going to mention that as well. In March, we prepare 12 students to sing with the opera, and the and the production this year is Turandot. So again, that is a really wonderful part of our program that has happened for almost the entire time that the Pensacola Children's Chorus.
And the
has been in
opera was
existence,
a guest of ours about a month ago.
But Susan is
That's in
going to
March.
talk about the other performances.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about
Well-
the guest conductor that you have coming in.
Yes, well, we have 2 wonderful conductors coming in this time, Caldwell and Ivory, and anyone who is in choral music knows those names. They're very important conductors and composers, and do a lot of improvisation. It's going to be
Wow.
an amazing concert that's going to be at Olive Baptist. We also have guest soloist Leo Day, who will be performing on that concert.
Wow, and then we have
then
Showtime.
Showtime, fabulous, and that's exactly what it will be, and that's in May, the first weekend in May.
Broadway style.
Well, Broadway style in a Pensacola small town atmosphere. I can't wait for you to join me as we help support and continue to support the Pensacola Children's Chorus. Thank you so much for watching tonight.
Thank you.
Oh, you're.